Here we have Bill Gates, and he is buying 2 square parcels of land for his new theme park. We're told that the first parcel has an area of 49 and the second parcel has an area of 36 square kilometers. It's asking us what the difference in the perimeters of these 2 square parcels of land is. Well, when I get word problems, I like to start off by drawing pictures. So I'm going to start off by drawing a square parcel of land with an area of 49 and a smaller one that has an area of 36. Now these are our 2 square parcels of land. Because they're square, we know that both the length and the width are going to be the same. So I'm going to label my 49 area square as a variable x, and I'm going to label the other one with q. Now, because we know that area is length times width, and because both are the same, we can quickly figure out a formula to be able to solve for our unknowns, our x and our q. And they're going to be the same in both cases. So let's start off with our big parcel of land of 49. So we know that length times width are both x in this case. So we have x times x, and the area is 49. Well, that's the exact same thing as saying x squared is 49. Now, if you remember, when we are doing algebra, we like to do whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. And we like to do the opposites of things. Well, right here we have a square. So the opposite of a square is a square root. So we can get rid of that square and just have x if we take a square root. But if we do it to the left side of the equation, we also have to do it to the right side of the equation. And when we simplify, that gives us x is equal to, well, 7 times 7 makes 49. So x is equal to 7. Now, we can do the exact same thing over here with our q's, because we also have our area being q times q, our length times width is 36. So our q squared is equal to 36. And we're going to do just what we did over here and take the square root of both sides so that we're just left with our q. So I take the square root of both sides, and that negates the square there. And we're left with q equals, well, what 2 numbers of the same number multiply together to give us 36? Well, 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. Well, we've got our 2 solutions for the length of the sides, but we're not quite done yet. It's asking us the difference in the perimeters of this equation. So let's separate this off a little bit, because we're going to need to keep that information. We're going to need our 7 and our 6. But we need to find the perimeters of both squares. So I'm going to start off with our square one, and our big 49, I should say, and that has a side of 7. Well, there are 4 sides, so 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. That's kind of tedious, and if you remember, if you have 4 of the same, you can write it as 4 times 7. Well, 4 times 7 is 28. So that we know that the perimeter of the first parcel of land is 28. Well, let's do this with the second one as well. We know that it has the q value of 6, so we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, or that's the same as 4 times 6, which is 24. Okay, now we're still not quite done. We do have the perimeters of both, or the length it takes to go around the entire side. But what we don't have is the difference in the perimeters. Well, to get the difference in the perimeters, we just subtract. So we take 28 minus 24, and that gives us a value of 2. So therefore, the difference in the perimeters is 2. And that's our final answer.